Tonight, from your Edmonton Oilers with his first NHL goal, number 54, Jujar Khaira. And your first star tonight, from your Edmonton Oilers with his 9th goal of the season, number 93, Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Now down to Oilers TV's Tom Gazzola, who's with number 93 of your Edmonton Oilers.
Ryan, the Coyotes always give you guys a tough time. What can you say about the way you guys played all night long this one?
I think it started with the way that we came out tonight and had some momentum coming from the last game, and we know that they're a good starting team, so we established that early and kind of built from there.
3 in a row now. How much confidence is building within the group right now?
Yeah, I mean, something that we wanted to get better all season so far is our record at home, and want to definitely get the fans into it, give them something to cheer about. And tonight we heard them loud, so it was definitely nice to get the win for them.
They're cheering now. Big win for you guys. Congratulations. Thanks for this, Ryan.
Thanks, Tom.
Ryan Nugent Hopkins and the Oilers defeat the Coyotes 3-1.
The Edmonton Oilers organization would like to thank all fans in attendance tonight for another great show of support. The Oilers are back at Rogers Place Wednesday, January 18th, as they take on the Fort.
The Oilers on the counter-attack. Here comes Everly. Jordan Everly. Ryan Nugent Hopkins scores! Ryan Nugent Hopkins opens the scoring.
Boy, these guys need a goal or what? And then the play is made in the neutral zone. The quick transition. Oilers stand up in the neutral zone. They make the play. Quick transition. Ryan Nugent Hopkins, quick shot.
We've been competitive, real competitive here for a month, and that's, you could see it right from the get-go. I was worried this morning, actually, at the skate. You could tell that there wasn't a lot of zip in our group. And, you know, coming out of the break, we played 2 real hard back-to-backs. Didn't skate yesterday. We're hoping for a little zip here today, and not much this morning, and obviously not much tonight. And when you're not emotionally engaged in the game, your execution is off, your checking is off, you're just not, you don't give yourself a chance. And the first goal, we have, 2 veteran defensemen decide to change right at the same time as we turn the puck over. Those are just mental mistakes that you can't make, and then we made enough of those tonight to give the game away.
That said, it's still a 1-goal game, and Mike Smith was spectacular for a sequencer. Did he deserve a better fate?
Yeah, much better fate.
Yeah.
When a goalie plays that well, you'd like to give him a little more help there, and that wasn't the case tonight.
What about Alex Burmistrov? What did you see? It looked like maybe some nerves, a little rust early, but how did he acquit himself?
Decent. You know, he's a skilled player. We need to add skill to our lineup, and that's he's a skilled player. We used him in all situations. He got an assist tonight, so it's a good start for him. He hasn't played for a month. You know, he sat out 10 games in a row, and then has been struggling with to get the visa situation. So it's a start for him. I wouldn't say that's his A game, but it's a start with us.
Another mental lapse on the power play in the first day with the extra guy going over the boards.
Those are the kinds. I mean, in both we had 2 veteran defensemen change, and Verbata changed for the wrong guy. You know, those are veteran guys that those mistakes shouldn't be made, and we were making them tonight.
What was happening for the odd man rushes? You guys have circled that before to cut back, and they had lost.
Deep pinching, that's chasing the game. Our deep pinching at wrong times and not having a third guy high is a big culprit there. But once you get down, you start chasing the game. You got to take some chances.
I think that's just it's always been like that.
How does it feel to get it?
It's a relief for sure. I mean, you always think about it. It's at the back of your mind always, and now I just want to build off of it.
How old were you when you first thought scoring an NHL goal?
I think growing up as a kid, you know, you playing street hockey and all that, you just always picture it in your head while you're playing, and it's a reality now, and it feels good.
Kind of walk us maybe through the play, and then just kind of when you go, wow, I just scored my first NHL goal. There's lots of stuff going on. Maybe
Right.
the play, and then just sort of your follow-up feelings.
Yeah, I thought it was a hard-working shift by our line, and Cassian got on the forward check and created a turnover and hit Latessa in the slot, and you know, I just opened up and presented my stick, and Latessa, he gave it on a silver platter to me, and I just had to tap it in. So kudos to those guys, and thank you.
Who's the first person you phoned tonight?
My parents.
You know, obviously right now it's so tight in the standings, and every team needs points, and so do we. So we're very, very happy with the 2 points tonight.
This was kind of maybe a trap game, right? A team that you're supposed to beat, even though it's given you a lot of trouble in your past. You guys came up and put the hammer down.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You know, I think we could have scored a few more goals, but so could they. So they're not an easy team to play against. They're very structured and stick to their details. So you know, those games are sometimes not that fun to play in. But you know, we're very happy with the 2 points.
You've had some good production, I mean, all year, but since you've moved to the wing and since you've been playing with Connor, that the lines just seems to be clicking. How comfortable are you playing that side?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable. I've said it many times before. You know, obviously playing with Connor makes it a little easier than normal maybe, but you know, I think we just seem to click and we complement each other well.
So it's a start for him. I wouldn't say that's his A game, but it's a start with us.
Another mental lapse on the power play in the first day with the extra guy going over the boards.
Those are the kinds. I mean, in both we had 2 veteran defensemen change, and Verbata changed for the wrong guy. You know, those are veteran guys that those mistakes shouldn't be made, and we're making them tonight.
What was happening for the odd man rushes? You guys have circled that before to cut back, and they had lost.
Deep pinching, that's chasing the game. Our deep pinching at wrong times and not having a third guy high is a big culprit there. But once you get down, you start chasing the game. You got to take some chances.
Less missed shots, Dave, but still not enough to get it going.
It's hard to critique that game. There's no emotion in that game. Our execution was poor. We just played poor. You can cut it up any way you want. We were just poor.
Why no emotion, do you think?
I think there's some fatigue in there. That you wouldn't think that, but the two games we played coming out of the break were both real hard games. And we thought we'd leave them off yesterday, but showed up today, not much in the tank. So we'll practice tomorrow, our first practice in a while, with everybody on, and get ready for Winnipeg on Wednesday.
Martinook was good to go?
Yeah, he was all right. A little bit rusty too, but it was all right.
Yeah, we've been looking at Christian Dvorak. Where do you see from him?
Continues to improve. Young player. Like if you see where he was the first 25 games till the last, 15, 17. I was talking to him this morning. Young players, they come in. There's a lot of little parts of the game, especially the centermen, are hard for them to learn. The first 6 weeks or so in the face-off circle was really a struggle with him. But if you look at the last 30 days, I went and checked the last 30 days. He's 52 and change percent for a young player. So to me, we're looking for our young players like that. We're looking for growth in their game. And that's why you've seen our team play better. We haven't got the results we wanted, but we played better the last month because some of these young players are really starting to get a feel for the league. And I think they'll continue to improve. And Dvorak was pretty good for us tonight. Like he was one of the guys that you could at least say had a little determination in his game. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. That was not the game that we wanted to play. They had lots of speed through the neutral zone and lots of 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s and breakaways, and that was not the game that we wanted to play. So, yeah.
Is fatigue a problem, you think, right now?
We had a bye week last week, so but then you play back to back, then travel, and this was a third game in 4 nights, but we will have another back to back coming up, so you have to find a way. No matter the situation.
You and I talked between periods. I think Mike just echoed this, but he deserved a better fate than I did, didn't he?
Yeah, he made so many stops there where it could get out of hand that game. He kept us in there. He gave us a chance, but we couldn't find more for him.
What happened on that power play in the first with the six attackers on the ice?
Bad change. Just too many guys on the ice. That's what happened.
You were the extra one over?
Yeah, there was miscommunication. Me and Alex, I think I jumped for his guy, and then so it was my fault.
You obviously got it back though later on the power play, but this offense still a work in progress for you, how it's been going lately.
Yeah, we had lots of
This is a game that wasn't necessarily easy to win, but it was one that you guys were expected to win and kind of had to win. Do you like the way you sort of went?
Sometimes those are the toughest ones to win when you're expected to, and especially against that team. They've obviously had our number. Patient enough, lost momentum, gained it back, did some good things with all 4 lines throughout the night. All 60 had an opportunity to contribute. I didn't think we gave them a lot. When we did, Cam made some good saves. It's just a little bit of game management. Obviously, with too many men left, 3 minutes remaining in the second period in a game you have complete control, and you'd like to eliminate that mistake, but we'll learn.
Jujar Khaira getting his first NHL goal, obviously exciting time for him, but what has he brought you, I guess, in these last couple games that you've seen?
Well, he got off to a really good start, obviously, with us. The first game, some size that moves, and his quickness to the puck, protects it well. Then sick and out of the lineup, recovered, and then we got the same type of game from him again. So we're happy for his contribution, and right now he's taking advantage of his opportunity.
I know being better on home ice was something as a group you wanted to try and do. You've strung a few together. What element is there and has been there for you on home ice?
Well, we're not as erratic. We seem to be playing a little more consistently throughout the game and from game to game, which is good. Other than the beginning of the year where we weren't too bad at home, we haven't really had a home run. We come home for 1 or 2 games and then leave again. So this is the first time we've been able to settle in and practice in our own building, feel comfortable here, and maybe that helps as well.
Back to Khaira, he's the kid that the organization drafted and developed. He's got good size. He's taken his time to get up here, and he's working from the fourth lineup. Do you have any idea what his potential might be, what kind of player he could be one day? Do you know that yet?
I think we're slowly finding out, and his graduation from, for lack of a better term, from grade to grade or class to class has been just fine for his development. He has size, he has a pretty good mind, he can play center or wing, he gets around the ice surface pretty good. We know he's got an element of toughness as well, so there's a lot of attributes that he brings to the table, and if he just keeps developing them, he has an opportunity at a future. Good night.
No room for excuses, but is he accurate, do you think?
I don't know. I think we just had a 4.5-day break. It should be fresh. But the emotion part of it, I could see it. I mean, you could feel it in here. There was no life. There was no emotion. You could feel it on the ice. We're just playing. It was blah. It was blah, and you can't play like that and expect to compete against a really good hockey team. And that's what we did tonight. We have to learn from it. We have to, sooner or later, this organization's got to move forward. And not continue to have games like this. But we've done some better things this past month. This one was not one of them.
That said, your sequence there in the second period, I mean, you looked like you were doing literally every single thing you could to keep this a one-goal game.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in the second there. We got kind of out of sync, I guess, a little bit, but just seems like they kept coming at us, and I was just trying to hold the fort there as long as I could, but unfortunately couldn't quite hold them off long enough.
Did you know that you had the Eberle shot?
I felt it go in my glove, so yeah, I did.
Mike, why do you think the emotion wasn't there? Maybe even just the engagement, a lot of mental lapses, the change on the first one, 6 guys out on a power play. I mean, you're right, you just had a break. Why do you think you guys weren't as in tune?
I wish I knew. I think, I don't know. It can't happen. It can't happen in this league. It's a privilege to play. It's a privilege to play in this league and put, the Coyote sweater on. And I don't know. I can't explain that. It's just, I can talk for myself and know that, every game that I go into, I want to give myself the best chance to play at my best. And I can't speak for anyone else, but we got too many guys that aren't doing enough to push the thing along.
I know it's not your doing, but giving up the odd man rushes, that's a tough way to end up on the positive side of the ledger when you give them 2-on-0s and 2-on-1s.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just our D trying to, maybe do too much with, with their gap control and stuff like that. But, mistakes are going to happen in games, and we just have to learn how to, recover from them. But when you're making the same ones over and over again over the course of one game, it's going to come back to bite you, especially against a highly offensive team like Edmonton.
Thanks, Mike.
The end of his stick, the Oilers on the counterattack. Here comes Everly. Jordan Everly, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scores! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins opens the scoring.
Boy, these guys need a goal or what? And then the play is made in the neutral zone. The quick transition. Oilers stand up in the neutral zone. They make the play. Quick transition. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, quick shot. What a release. And the overhead, you're going to be able to see the change. That's the quick transition. It's a bad change. That allows the space for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. If you don't get the puck deep when your D are changing, you're going to be in trouble. Terrific play in the neutral zone.
Zach Kassian. That was a heavy collision. McGinn did not clear the zone. Chychrun, somewhat stunned, able to poke it away from Kassian. Murphy fell down. Kassian with a chance. Center's wide open. Backdoor. Score! Jujar Khaira, his first NHL goal. And Edmonton extends to a 2-0 lead.
Zach Kassian's work on the forecheck initially rattling Jacob Chychrun off the puck, and then a second chance opportunity again created by Kassian, who's had some good minutes against Arizona over the last couple games. The unselfishness and presence of mind of Mark Letestu, a 31-year-old veteran, and what a moment for J.J. Khaira. Remember, we were at the draft in 2012, drafted out of the Prince George Spruce Kings, and when they initially said Prince George, I thought they were taking a player out of the Prince George Cougars.
Off the right-hand boards for Draisaitl. Dashing down the middle of the ice is Connor McDavid. Back to Draisaitl, cuts inside, wrist shot, score! Beautiful move by Draisaitl, and he beats Smith glove side, and Edmonton now has run out to a 3-0 lead. Draisaitl, his 17th from Connor McDavid.
Well, that was elite level finish there from Leon Draisaitl, who's obviously taken a quantum leap forward over the course of about the last 14 months. Took it in full flight, but McDavid with the pivot. Ekman-Larsson was there in support defensively, and Lawson Krause didn't pick up Leon Draisaitl. Actually, it was Goligoski and not Ekman-Larsson against McDavid, and Draisaitl walks right down and buries one top glove side.